My name is Perez. I'm the daughter of Dr. Chris Perez and Dr. Deborah Erickson. And for many years, my dad was on the board of the Make-A-Wish Foundation in the 90s. I think a lot of things that my dad did were really stressful, but being part of Make-A-Wish was really a joyful part of his life, you know?
His focus was always on the kids. He was like the voice of the children. He represented those kids really well. He was so compassionate.
Where the wish granters were concerned, he always made the point to our volunteers to do their best, really, in terms of leveraging memorable wish experience. And so it wasn't uncommon for us to recruit, because we're talking about children ages 18 and below. It wasn't uncommon for us to recruit wish volunteers that were of the same age as the children themselves. There's no better wish experience to do that with other children your age, you know? And so, medical conditions aside, he was always sensitive to that, to make sure, you know, such and such wish volunteers would support the experience from, you know, different perspectives, and that was memorable with him.
There's just a part of him that was just so playful and childlike, you know? But I remember he took watches very seriously.
Well, by virtue of my career being merchandise manager in retail, catering to luxury timepiece customers, and by virtue of Dr. Chris's interest in luxury timepieces, you know, he was a repeat customer of ours in our boutiques. And so very often he and Dr. Erickson would join our VIP events. And he told me the story of how after graduation from medical school, he and Dr. Erickson took this backpack trek across Europe. They spent 2 or 3 months just visiting, you know, France, Italy, Switzerland. And it was in that experience that he developed a passion for European-made timepieces, mechanical self-winding watches.
He loved paying for quality stuff, and that was really the only splurge he ever did. Like, he drove a Civic, you know? He wasn't into flashy things, but he loved something that was really artfully made.
And overall, I learned later that he had amassed quite a respectable collection of luxury timepieces that he just enjoyed, you know?
His signature look. My mom used to say if he wasn't wearing a bow tie, we could go to Kmart, because then we wouldn't be bothered by everyone that knew him.
The guy with a bow tie. You know, I mean, everywhere he went, he wore those iconic bow ties, and he delighted in wearing that. Different color, different pattern, you know, I mean, he was very showy about that. And actually encouraged us to put together a fundraiser that would involve the community, touting bow ties.
It's amazing because that idea continued on, but then he became stricken with his health issue, and on his deathbed, just a few days before he passed away, he called Judge Francis Tedinko Gatewood and me into his, and Benita Miloño, both serving on the board, and his last words to us was, "Don't forget the fundraiser for the Wish Kids, bow ties for wishes."
He wanted to find a way to continue giving back to this community and to this island, and I just love that about him, you know? That is just so genuine, and it was so easy to see in who he was. He just loved helping people, and he loved making a difference, and I just think it's so cool. I mean, it's been 7 years since my dad died, right? In some ways it seems much longer, and in other ways it seems a lot less, but to know that he's found a way to continue impacting lives even after he's not on this earth is just really remarkable.